Okay, everybody, listen up. I'm in the room. Don't speak. Don't think. Do not breathe. I got something to say. I need your attention and I need it now. That does work. It's a beautiful Friday morning. My son is awake. I'm over here. I have something on my mind. Sorry about the intro. I was learning something from a public speaking course that I was watching online from a really awesome YouTuber. And he was saying something about how you project your voice. I just wanted to see if I could do it. He does it way better than I do. So I'm going to just kind of like leave that there. But he was like, yo, look, you can demand a room if you want. But if it worked, then totally disregard what I had to say about me not knowing how to command a room. Because obviously then it worked. You are now tuned into another episode of Julian's World. And this is a very important episode because I have something on my mind. And it's been on my mind for years. And it's kind of sad. It's a sad topic because I think there's this misconception of a very important emotion that's kind of like out there in the world. Those are fortunate enough to find it, you know, kudos to you. But those of you with the misfortune of finding it and realizing that it didn't work out in your favor, and now you created your own description of it, well, then hopefully this video can give you a new way to think about it. Son, he's going to be with me in this video. People say, oh, I need to make time. I need to make time to beat my craft. I have kids. I have to work. I have to do this. I have to do that. Then you're totally missing the point. I'm going to talk about that in a whole nother video. As far as this one goes, I don't want to go off in a tangent. It's usually what I'm known to do, but I want to try to stay focused a little bit. Not with the antics and shenanigans. Let's just throw that out the window. So as far as that goes, just make time for your craft. Hi. Who said you can't do anything with kids and that kids get in the way? You're going to be in this video in episode 10. High five it. Yeah. Let me just be right back. So here we go. What do I have to talk about today? Well, I do have something very important to talk about. One, it's Friday. So I do want to say TGI Friday. Yeah, I want to talk about that thing, that little thing that we all hope to find. And some of us hope to get rid of it. Some of us hope to employ ourselves in it, totally immerse our bodies in this thing, this feeling. What is it? Is it physical? Is it spiritual? Is it mental? Some of us hate it, which is the complete opposite of it. Hate. So if there's such thing of hate, then there has to be such thing of an anti-hate, which is what I'm talking about today. Love. Love, love, love. This forbidden thing. Love is this, love is that, love is this. You know, it's all different. Love is a personal experience. Everybody embodies love differently than the next person. Even as far as your personal relationships, the ones that we're in, even your partner may have a different idea of love than you. The truth about it is love isn't this thing that only special people can receive. Love can be received by everybody in totally different ways. Five it. Five it. Five it. Five it. Somebody might be watching this video that's in a beautiful relationship, married for years, or even married for 1 year, 2 years, short period of time. But they have a complete understanding of love, and they know that love, it takes time. Love isn't this one thing that's just going to be honeymoon stage, and all of a sudden you feel that little butterfly going through your body, and you have sex, and you enjoy it, and then you believe that that's what love is, right? Son, you paying attention? Well, love is a lot more than that, obviously. Love isn't after loving yourself. Or should I say love shouldn't be. Love should be when you found love in yourself. I'm quite perplexed to what people believe love is and what they place their standards on this idea called love. They place what they want love to be in other people. They place what love is in the world because they read books or they heard from their friends what love is. And they want to apply that idea of love to every single person they meet. Even on their Tinder pages, it's like, I want my man to be 6'8". I want him to have a great job. I want him to have full responsibilities at work, full time, so I can have all these fancy bags. That's right. And I also still want him to be a wonderful dad, to make wonderful time at home. I want him to be able to do all the simple things. I want him to be able to cook, clean. I want him to slow it down. Okay. It's true. When you're really good at one thing, something has to lack a little bit. We can be pretty decent at a lot of things, but it's kind of hard to be great at every single thing. Well, unless you're me. Well, I'm damn near great at everything. Jack of all trades, master of none. Well, I'm more like a jack of all trades, master of all. Not to be taken that seriously, but seriously. Back at it. What is love? Well, let's just start from what love is biblically. I mean, if you're religious, if you believe in the Bible, if you read the Bible, love says that love is patient, right? Love is kind. Love doesn't envy and all such things. But then you look around the world and you look at people and relationships online, people on Instagram, people in your neighborhood, people you see at the grocery store, and you see them going through what they believe their idea of love is. You can easily be influenced by what you see or what appears to be wonderful or perfect. But for the most part, nobody has it like that. You see Beyonce and Jay-Z and you just see what they've created. The narrative they've created about love is that they're just doing perfect and they're making billions of dollars. All of a sudden, years later, there was a Lemonade album and some Becky with the good hair. I had a couple Beckys back in my day, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm just giving you an opinion. So you could leave your comments all you want about, oh, Julian, you've messed up. Nobody can make fun of myself better than I can make fun of myself. Nobody can tell me about myself better than I can tell you about myself. So this isn't coming from my perfect life. It's not. It's coming from a very flawed life, but a very introspective life that I've acquired and learned. And now I'm spewing my knowledge and wisdom upon you guys. Spew, spew. I'm breaking it down. There's a science to this thing. And unfortunately, it's like a lot of people don't want to look in the mirror and realize the reason they might not be feeling the way they assume they're supposed to be feeling is because, one, you got to take the assumption out first. Love might make you feel like shit. Love might hurt you. Love might make you feel less than. Love might make you feel like every time you go home, your husband hollers at you and argues with you and makes you feel small. No, you're not paying attention. Love isn't about that. It's not about making you feel small. Not saying there will be days you might have an argument or two. If you're going to argue, nobody is hitting the bar of what love was designed to be. Love is, so you just go back to your Bible. Love isn't envious. You, honey, the young lady that's watching this that, looks half decent. Love isn't about you feeling like you have this loyalty to a man so much that you can totally throw away your basic communication skills just so you can internalize the fact that, I'm being loyal to the man at home. So if I'm in a grocery store and a man opens a door to let me through, he was taught to be a gentleman. I got to look at him and say, no, I can't go through the door in which you opened because I'm in a happy married relationship. What is that? What are those? Those ideologies do not make you happily in love. I'm pretty sure you go home thinking, take everything away and you and this person, this man and this woman and this woman and this man, you're basing your love life off of disregarding people's respect towards you because you think that that's giving those people a sense of a way in to you as a woman or as a man because somebody's nice to you or cordial. You have this thing of like, look, I don't want to say hello to this person because I'm married. Can't you see the ring? It's gotten to a point you can just be in line and be like, hey, how you doing? The woman be like, I'm married. Well, I never asked if you was married. I asked how are you doing? Obviously, you have garnered a total array of insecurities and you lack basic common communication skills. And hopefully 10 years later, that man doesn't cheat on you or you found out that man was cheating on you for the past 10 years. And then that man ran off to some other girl that you saw down the street for the past 10 years and you was forcing him to stay away from her. He kept messing around with her. You finally get the angst to separate from this man and you run off to your mom's house. You got to hope that you still have friends around that you push to the side because this man wanted you to look at him like God. That's the problem. A lot of people don't really know what love is. They'll tell their girlfriends who can see clearly. They don't have that veil over their head blinding them from what's really happening, or even advice. How many parents have to tell us, I don't want to get in your business, but I don't know if, this one's for you. They're not telling you that because they're trying to rule your life, but they're telling you that based off of wisdom. This is the same story. We've all played the same love game, and we all think we're exempt from going through our own pain. There we go. Pain and love has a lot to do with each other. a lot of people in pain just looking for love. I mean, I can't even tell you how many mid 30-year-olds are just like, look, girl, I'm just going to settle down. You know, I mean, he's cool and all. Yeah, he abuses me, but, you know, he's the one that's just been there. Yeah, he cheats. He has girls on the side, but, you know, we have kids together. So I'm just going to stick with him. And I'm going to totally just, those are some broken people. And no matter how you try to give these people advice, it's not like they're going to listen. It's not like they're going to watch this video and say, this was a very enlightening video, and I'm going to use what you said to hopefully go and find what love truly is. Love, first of all, it's in you. It's responsive to you as a person, as a character. You build your love inside of you, and then you won't have to look for love inside of other people. And that love inside of someone else just becomes like a cherry on top. We've lost ourselves. We've lost our way. We have this big perception of what love is as children. And every year we grow up, every year we've aged, every year that goes by, something in love that we think is love lets us down a little more. And then our bar lowers a little bit. And then a little bit more, bar lowers a little bit. Oh, and then this girl hurt me and our bar lowers a little bit, you know, and then this man hurt me and I was with him for 2 years and my bar. So at the end of the day, essentially, my bar of love is all the way down here. And any man that I find anywhere on Instagram that just half decent, actually, you don't even like half decent men anymore. You just want somebody that looks terrible because you just think he's not going to have that much confidence to cheat on you. I can't tell you how many people I met that date this mediocre looking person. And I'm not one to judge, but I'm just saying, you always see that odd couple, you know, and you kind of look at them like, why is this man with that woman? And why is this woman with that man? It's not because I want to judge. It's just because naturally we judge inside. I mean, hold our judgments inside our head. I don't have to say, yo, you guys make an odd couple. That's a real thing. You're marrying this like real broken down, watered down thought of love, broken down, watered down person. Just because you've been hurt, you haven't given yourself enough time to grow as a person. You still haven't found love inside yourself. I can't tell you how many married women I meet that they appear to be the happiest people in relationships, right? And then they might like a status before you know we start talking a little bit, and you find out they feel like they're living a shitty lifestyle. In my mind, I'm like, you know, it always perplexes me. Like I said earlier, perplexes is my word of this video. It's like, well, why would you marry this person if you weren't gonna be happy? If you were gonna internalize how you truly felt on the external, just make this guy be everything you want him to be, or this woman everything you want him to be. You know, why wouldn't you be happy? What makes you feel like you can't search for happiness? What makes you feel like you can't search for love? Is it because you're in a controlling environment, and in that environment, they're controlling you in such a way that you feel like, that you just can't be happy? Yo, it's sad. You become that robotic that you can't just accept the fact that you need some help. You need some guidance. You're in this estranged idea of love, and it's killing you. It's either going to kill you today or kill you 30 years from now when this man's been cheating on you and you found out at the end, and then you feel like you have nothing to live for. So those older people that have told us these things, they're not telling you what's good for you. They're telling you based off of what they've gone through. They're telling you based off of their wisdom. People have gone through what you're going through. If you're in a domestic abusive relationship, I guess so much easier said than done to say, you know, well, maybe you should seek help. Maybe you shouldn't be in that. Maybe you gotta be careful. If he hits you the wrong way, you just might not make it. There's this thing where it's like people get so comfortable in bad places. It's time to wake up. It's time to seek what love truly is. Because as I hark back to what I was just saying, I mean, I can't tell you how many women I met and they were completely unhappy. And then when I asked them, I said, well, why would you get married? I mean, you look fine. People are basing their worth off of how they look, but they have the ugliest internal embodiment. There's a lot of people unhappy. They feel like they need to balance out how they feel inside that low bar and just be married because that's what they say. Society says, I just need to be married. Or if they have children, I'm just going to marry. He was abusive so many years, but he asked me to marry him. So I'm just going to marry him. And that's why I'm in this relationship. And that's why I'm talking to you, because you make me smile. That man can't even make you smile. You're going home to slavery. So now you're totally loyal to this person that you don't even really, well, you've created your idea of love for this person, but it's no good. It's trash. You should throw it away and go home. Go somewhere. Listen to your girlfriends. And I always say external conversations should stay out of a relationship, but sometimes maybe they're right.